Yeah.
Tell me about some of these go-kart experiences racing you.
Yeah, that time got over that stuff too.
How are things looking for 2008?
Well, for me, I'll be back in Champ Car.
Okay.
Moving house again. At least that's the way it looks right now. I mean, it's gonna be tough. You know, we got to see what's going on. Not a lot of drivers been announced. I mean, like I said, you know, we're still working on our deal, and second driver as a teammate, you know, don't know who that is, don't know who's fine. I mean, it's tough right now.
Well, it's a great team and everything. We've covered them over the years and everything. And Sebastian had great run with them and everything.
Yeah, well, certainly they've been very successful over the years. I've had a lot of good results, a lot of championships, a lot of wins, but need to try to keep it up and continue.
That's right. What do you think will be some of the biggest challenges for the year ahead for you?
Well, I think, you know, for me the biggest thing is I'd really like to get a win. I don't know if we can look at championship yet, but certainly a win. Run up front, I think we can certainly do it. We've done it in the past. We just were a little inconsistent last year. So, I mean, it's always tough. It's a tough series, but just hoping we can be a little more consistent, run up front, maybe get a few good results.
In the distant future, do you think Formula 1 might be in your future?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think. No, not in the immediate future. We'll see. I mean, right now, like I said, I'm focusing on the here and now. And, if an opportunity comes, I'd love to, you know, look at it. But it's not happening right now.
Okay. Since you're in the motorsports business, what personal car would you like to own and drive?
Oh, I don't know. A lot of cars you'd love to own.
Give us your top 5 or top 3.
If you had the ultimate money, I think the Ferrari Enzo is probably the coolest. Courier GT is an awesome car. I don't know, there's just so many cool cars these days. If you're a car guy, now's the time to live because it's so much horsepower and it's just so exciting. I mean, what I've had in the past that I enjoyed was the Z06, the new C6 Corvette, and those cars are great. So I'd certainly like to have one of those. A lot of fun.
Okay. Well, GM is just right across the way here. We were just overlooking at the fuel cells and doing some articles on them. In terms of idols and mentors and so on, who comes to mind?
Well, certainly, you know, obviously Dad.
Yep.
The guy I've always looked up to is Schumacher. You know, he's always been the legend, so to speak. I mean, there's so many people out there you'd love to be so successful like they have been. I think the biggest thing is you just want to be if you are a champion, be a gracious champion. And for me, you know, just to get to that level would be great. To get a couple of championships under my belt and be compared to guys like that would be awesome.
Whether it be racing or doing something in space, you've been multitasking over the years, school, racing, all the rest of it. So what advice could you give the younger people coming up, both boys and girls?
Well, I think the biggest thing is I used to be a big procrastinator and that type of thing, and you know, once you're multitasking, if you got this and school and everything, I mean, you really have to be on top of it. You got to be responsible. That's something that this will teach you for sure. Racing, it makes you more of an independent person, but at the same time, you know, the biggest thing for me is always, you know, you kind of have to remember your roots and stay grounded. It's tough, you know, when you get in this industry if you are successful. But I mean, I think, you know, anybody can do it. It just takes a lot of effort. You know, it takes a lot of work, and you know, it's very important to be successful in school because this can end any day. That's for sure.
That's for sure. One last question after interviewing Daniel: how important was the go-karting experience in your younger years in this, in terms of teaching about vehicle dynamics and the whole racing game?
Go-karting is critical. I mean, when to start, you have to be there. Really. I mean, I did 4 years, which maybe is a short stint in go-karts, but I mean, you have to be there. You really do, and that's how you learn your racecraft and everything. And if you aren't there, if you go straight to cars, it's certainly a big step, and I'm not quite sure the people that have done that have been as successful.
Graham, the best of luck to you. We look forward to covering the races this year.
Good, thank you.
And we'll keep our fingers crossed.
You never know. More opportunities. guys going there anyway. Just more money. A lot more money. So we gotta change that. No problem.
Is what we're talking about. That is the Formula One BMW car from 2006 being driven spectacularly by Graham Rahal. Well done, Graham. Excellent.
Now Steve makes his way over. He's going to talk with Graham, and do keep in mind that Graham is going to be available. He'll say hello, sign some autographs after at the race club. Steve?
Graham, another spectacular drive. Congratulations. Awesome the way you get those rear tyres to light up. Graham, tell us a little bit about BMW Pit Lane Park and what it does for the spectators and the race enthusiasts. That you just, I guess what I'm getting to is the access that you get here that you don't get at a racetrack.
Yeah, I mean, Formula One's a very exclusive world. And it's very tough to get up close and personal with the cars, with the drivers, anything like that. So I guess here you're so close to the car, you can really hear the noise and see the power, feel the power. And especially as you walk around through Pit Lane Park, you can see the training center, you have the world of motorsport. You really get to see everything that Formula One has to offer. You get to see all the technology, which is really what's exciting about Formula One. I mean, pretty much Pit Lane Park just gets you close to the action that you can normally get. Nowadays, I guess technology, you're going to see it in a lot of street cars and all that type of stuff. So that's becoming more and more usual to see in vehicles. But hand clutch is definitely, it's a special feature, and it's tricky. You know, the first couple times you use it, it's very tough to get a feel for. Luckily, I think we're starting to get it down a little bit. So I certainly enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I mean, you can see one of the steering wheels over in the world of motorsport, and it's they're confusing to look at. A lot of technology there.
A lot of technology, incredibly expensive. I think between $40,000 to $50,000, $60,000 worth of technology in each steering wheel. Now, I was saying earlier on that the BMW engine revving to about 19,000 when it's out on the racetrack. Do you have a digital display on the steering wheel that you can see the revs you're pulling just down this little straight?
If there is, I wasn't looking. But yeah, they sure rev. They make a lot of noise. You can, I mean, obviously, being as close as you guys are, you can really feel it. But yeah, it's a special car, and it's fantastic to see it. If you do come to the garage, see how small the engine is. I mean, the idea that these things can rev and be as bulletproof as they are, it's fantastic.
Absolutely. And remember, BMW's project will have something approaching 850 to 900 people working on the Formula One project alone.
An effort to put one of these things together. Certainly the last thing you want to do is crash it. So there's some responsibility, but hopefully we won't have to get into that here.
Well, you've been doing an awesome job. The last couple of days I've seen you get more and more used to how the car works. You've been becoming more and more accurate with the car, and your confidence is building with each run, and it's good to see. Graham,